thank God that some of them are there and we are here. I have an uncle. One day, in those days we were in school, he came around. I'm not saying he wasn't a student, but he comes around in the seminary school where we are, in our school. So we were talking one day. That my uncle said to me, we're just talking about common aspirations of life. He said to me, I had wanted to be a civil engineer. But look at me, trying to get contracts. He didn't make it being a civil engineer. But by the look of things, when we see him a successful man. Somebody that everybody wants to emulate. He's a reflection of what everybody wants to be. But deep down in his heart, there was a dream that was not achieved. There was a vision that failed him. Such is life. Sometimes. Let me say, every one of us has a dream. We have a vision. We have a goal, a desire. Sometimes we achieve it. Sometimes we fall short of that. So, as I'm going to talk today, I'll be talking on the topic, holding on to your dreams. Dream on. How many of us are set out with a dream and achieve it? In the way to achieving our dreams, we face challenges, we face obstacles, within and without. How many of us have succeeded amidst these obstacles to get into our goals and dreams? How many of us, because of the challenges of getting to our visions and dreams, fell short? How does it make you feel? How does it make you live the remaining part of your life? How important is it to hold on to our dreams? I have this Bible passage from the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 12. And I will read verse 6. Verse 6 says, and he said, hear now my word. If there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, make myself known to him in a vision. I speak to him in dream. And also in Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 18a. Proverbs 29, verse 18a says, where there is no vision, people perish. Dreams and vision are essential for life. If you have no dream, no vision, you live an aimless life. It is our dreams sometimes that guide us, drive us. But one thing we need to know is that dreams and vision sometimes comes from God. They are ways, means of God, revealing to us the future. Sometimes what we are pursuing is what they call daydream. That is, as we get along, you get to know what they call night dream and daydream. But the fact is, from the Bible passage we have read, God said that he speaks in vision and he speaks in dreams. In the Bible we have Revelation, we have Daniel. These books, they are full of dreams and visions that God has given. In the Bible also, we have people that God has given dreams We talk of Nebuchadnezzar, the dream perverts. We talk of Daniel, he had a lot of it. When we talk of vision, John had lots of vision, which he wrote in Revelation. But today, I will be focusing on the dream of Joseph. We know the dream of Joseph. It's a very common story we know. So, you've heard it a lot of times. Many sermons have been preached on it. Please don't judge what I'm saying on what you've heard. Let's try and see if I would just look at it from just a bit shift of angle. As we know, dreams and visions are very important. They say that the dream is an imagined series of events experienced in the mind. Sometimes it is in the night that it comes. Sometimes it is in the day that it comes. Night dream and day dream. It is what we aim, what we desire. It is the goal that drives us. What we want to achieve. That is dream. Vision is the ability to see the future. To see vividly in your mind. It may not be in the night. It may be an inspiration that comes very clear in your mind. What you want to do. What you want to change. How you want it to happen. And that vision, that dream, sometimes start guiding your life. Start becoming a drive in you. So, at the point of imagination for the future and the development of things, you see that dreams and vision, they come to be the same thing. Sometimes the difference is that the dreams could be in the night, as I said, it could be in the day, but visions, it can be anytime. It can come anytime. The Bible passage we read, God says, if there is a prophet amongst you, I, the Lord, will reveal, speak to him in dreams and in vision. And where there are no vision. People perish. I want you to take note of that. Where there are no vision, people perish. Because visions and dreams, they chart the path for the future and guide people as they move. God says that in the last day, that he will give visions and dreams to guide his people. Sometimes, people dream. And their dream outlive them. Maybe what I'm saying is that they will have the dream. Maybe they will establish, work on that dream, and die, and that dream continue to live, to change and affect people's life. Sometimes, people's dream stops with them. Sometimes, people live by their dream. Their dream shape them and shape their future. It affects the life. Sometimes there's a struggle to achieving the dreams. Have you heard of forgotten dreams? Lost dreams? Or living your dreams? Working towards your dreams. These are the languages people use to define or talk about dreams as they live in life. Such was the dream of Joseph. We know the dream of Joseph. If you have time to read the book of Genesis from chapter 37. If you read from verse 3, you will know that Joseph was a beloved son of his father. The love that Jacob had for that wife he wanted to marry, the one he desired to marry, when that wife died, I thought it was Rachel, isn't it? Or Rebecca? Rachel. Yes. Rachel was the love of the heart of Jacob. But the game was played on him. He married two. But within his heart, he has so much love for Rachel. So when Rachel died, he transferred all the love he has. And especially, he gave a higher portion of that love on the first child that came out of Rachel. And that was Joseph. He loved Joseph so much. And the love he had for Joseph became a problem for Joseph. The Bible said that because of that love, because he loved him so much, the other brothers did what? Hated him. That was one of the reasons Joseph was hated. Another thing is that Joseph had lots of dreams. Two important dreams. The Bible said that because of that dream, his brothers hated him the more. Now listen. For the love the father had on him, the brother hated him. And for his dream, he was hated the more. We know the first dream. We find the first dream in verses 5, or these dreams in verses 5 to 11. The first dream, it says that they were in the field. You know, if you have gone to the countryside, the farmers, you see their field. In those days, nobody used the machine to cut, to harvest. The wheat, they used what? They cut them. As they cut them, they bind them. They call it the what? The sheaves. So, Joseph said that he and his brothers were in the field, harvesting the wheat, binding them in the sheaves. As they were doing that, his brothers doing their own, he's doing their own. He said that his sheaf stood up. The 12 sheaves stood up. His own was in the middle. And others, the sheaves of other brothers were bowing to him. Once he said that, the brothers immediately caught the game. And he said to him, "Oh, you mean we are going to worship you?" The Bible said that he was hated more for that. He didn't stop there. He said he had another dream. That this time, 12 stars, moon and sun, were bowing down to him. His father said, "Shut up. Do you mean that me and your mother and your brother will bow down to you?" Let me tell you, this boy was an innocent dreamer. He didn't even know that his brothers hated him because he was loved more. If he had known it, he would have shut his mouth. But he didn't know. So he kept on dreaming and to bring them the story. And they kept on hating him the more and more. That caused his brothers to be very angry with him. Not only that, if you take time to read that passage, in that verse 37 of Genesis, I want to read part of verse 2. It says, "And Joseph brought a bad report of them to his father." If you get down to read in verse 14, and you hear it says, "Then he said to him, 'Please go and see.'" This is Jacob, his father, sending him to go and see his brothers. He says, then he said to him, "Please go and see if it is well with your brothers. Go and see if it is well with your brothers and well with the flocks, and bring back words to me." Joseph was not just a dreamer. He was also an informer for his father. If it is in our local language, say what? Animal. If you turn it around in a very fanciful way, you will say he's a journalist. But he clearly was an informer for his because it was deep into the heart of his father. His father could, and he mingles with his brother, not knowing that they hate him. He watches what they were doing, and he will come back and tell his father. Sometimes good news, sometimes bad news. And because of this, his brother hated him the more. Three things: love, dream, and purpose. You will see in life, there is always that, they call it this sibling rival, isn't it? Yeah. Mostly in a family where there are many wives. And the son of this family, the son of this mother, and the son of this mother, and the children, they will always be fighting. And I think that is what was partly happening in this. But because of his dream, because of his behavior of informing his father about his brothers, he was deeply, deeply hated. If you take time to read that Genesis, from Genesis chapter 37, from verse 12 to 24, particularly verse 18 to 20, his father sent him to go and check his brothers, gave him food to go and give them. And as they saw him coming, bringing that food that his father has given to go and give to his brother, they said to themselves, "See the dreamer coming." And they conspired to kill him. And I want us to see what they said in that. It says, verse 18, "Now, when they saw him afar off, even before he came near them, they conspired against him to kill him. Then they said to one another, 'Look, the dreamer is coming. Come therefore, let us kill him and cast him into some pit, and we will see, and we shall see, and we shall say, while this has devoured him, we shall see what will come of his dream.'" Now, you see that their target was to kill that dream. They believe that once they kill him, the dream will be killed. I can imagine how hot in that dream is, that they will be bound to him. Is there anyone that, when we hear of their dream, it pricks our heart? Dream killers. There are many of them. Whose goal, whose aspiration, who sit back all the time to make sure that that dream they had does not come to realize. The question is it a bad thing to tell people your dream? Who do you tell your dreams? If I were Joseph, I would have watched whether they are willing to listen. If they are not willing to listen, I would have not said it. If I were Joseph, probably, even if they were willing to listen, I would watch how they have been responding to me before I say my dreams. Someone who will not encourage you, who will not respond well to you, the advice is that you stay away from them. The vision